Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to do a story time today. This popped in my head a day or two ago, and that's when I have the most fun telling the stories, like when I can, like they've literally just randomly popped in my head. And then when this one came up and I thought, that'd be a fun story time. It's not really a very long story, so I'm going to take and do 3 little story times and make one story time video out of it because they're all related, to summertime, camping, being at the lake, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I'm going to put them all into this one video today. Guys, this was many summers ago. My kids were like 8, 6, and 3, maybe. I'm not sure how old they were, but around in there at those ages. So my family, we're all from Arkansas, and my family was going to be at the lake that weekend, and so they had asked me and the kids if we wanted to come up. And I said, sure, we'll come up there. And so one of my brothers had a party barge, pontoon, party barge. That's what we call it. I'm not sure, what else it might be called, but we called it a party barge or a pontoon. And I'll try to slip a picture in here because I know you may not understand what I'm talking about, and some people that watch are not from this country even, so you may not have a clue what I'm talking about. So I'll try to slip a picture in here of what one looks like. So we'd all gone up to the lake, and when you go to the lake, you take hot dogs and hamburgers and chips and stuff like that. Well, I had baked this cake. You know how the kind of cake you bake in the casserole dish, and you just leave it there, and you just serve it out of there. Just real easy cake. And anyway, it was called a better than sex cake because y'all, whoa, that cake is so good. Anyway, we get all our stuff up to the lake. We've got this pontoon. We decide, okay, we're going to go out here and we're going to have some fun. So it was a couple of my brothers, I believe for sure one spouse, maybe another one. I can't remember. My kids, my mom, and yeah, I think, and my daddy, but he didn't go out on the boat with us, I don't think. I don't remember him being on the boat with us, but he may have. I don't know. Anyway, so we're out here, and one of my sister-in-laws decides to jump in. Now, she does, she plays in the water for a while. Life is good, and it comes time to get back on the boat. Well, what we don't know, the ladder to the boat was broken. So she can't get back on the boat. And she tries and tries and tries. And oh my gosh, I'm over here laughing. No, we weren't laughing at her. We were just laughing because it was just like a really funny situation. So we are laughing. I remember when it was all said and done, my sides hurt because I had laughed so hard and so much. Anyway, she was getting so mad at us because she couldn't get back on the boat and we were laughing. But like I said, we weren't laughing at her. It was just a funny situation. So anyway, she finally manages to get back on the boat. So we go on, having a good time, this day out. It starts to get hot. So I'm like, I'm just going to jump in with these kids and swim a while because it is so hot. Now, I'm a good swimmer. I don't need a life jacket. I think it's, state law or something that everybody, like, when you take a boat like that out, everybody has to have a life jacket. But I wanted one on because, I've got these 3 kids here. And if something starts happening with one of my kids, I want to know that I've got at least a little bit of support helping me help my kids. But anyway, so I have this life jacket on. Now, I don't know if you've ever worn one of the life jackets that buckles down the front. Well, it mashes your boobs, like literally flat to your chest. So they've got them mashed flat to my chest. So we all start jumping in, and I get in and I'm paddling around. I turn back around. Now y'all, not only does this life jacket have my boobs mashed to my chest, when I jump in the water, you're in the water, so the water's got my boobs literally under my chin like that. My brother said, damn, you didn't need that life jacket with them big old life supports up there. Because here I got these big old boobs right under my neck. I'm sure it was hilarious. So here I am, swimming around floating with 2 big boobs, right under my chin right here. And so, life's good. We had fun, and it's time for the kids to for all of us to start getting back on the boat. So I put, one by one, I take and, somebody's on the boat and pulls by their hand, and I take and hoist them up out of the water from my side. Kids get back on the boat, and because they're small, they're not hard to get back on the boat. Well, it comes my time to get back on that boat. Y'all, to say it was a struggle would be an understatement. Y'all, I have never, we were laughing and struggling, and my sister-in-law's over going, you thought it was easy, huh? She got a really good laugh at this point. And so I have tried everything I know how to do to get back on this boat. Finally, I go, hell, just throw me a rope and pull me. I'll pretend to act like I'm trying to ski back here or something and just pull me back to the bank because I can't get back on that boat. They were like, no, you're going to have to get back up here. So, look, we've tried everything. My brother's, one of them, like on a pontoon, it's got that round, whatever that thing is, that, you know, it's got two of them. That's what holds the boat up. It's like a, I don't know what it is. Pontoon. I don't know what that is. I don't even know what to even call it. But anyway, this round thing. So I would put my feet on that round thing, and then like this is the little opening in the gate, and I would try to pull myself up. There was no, it felt like my ass weighed about 9,000 pounds. I could get like almost all of me up out of the, I just couldn't get my butt to come up out of the water. Y'all. Oh, we're laughing. We're laughing so hard. So my brother's finally to say, you know, you come and put your feet on the thing. Each of us will take a hand, and we'll pull you up out of that water. Well, we try this about 1,000 times because either I keep laughing so hard they drop me, or they're laughing and dropping me, or dropping me on purpose. I don't know. Anyway, so y'all, this was an ordeal. But I finally managed to get up out of that water. Thank the Lord. Needless to say, none of us ever jumped off that boat again. But, so we all get back to the bank, you know, and we're tired. We're going to get something to eat. Well, Daddy, you know what? He had stayed. He didn't go out on the boat. He had stayed, and y'all, he had eaten half of that, literally like half of that cake. And my daddy was a diabetic, and he didn't take care of himself. You know, obviously, he didn't manage his diabetes very well at all. So he's eaten half of this better than sex cake. Well, he's sick as a dog. It's nighttime. People have gone in their RVs and their tents, and they're all trying to settle in for the night. And Daddy's over here sick as a dog. If you followed me much, you know I have said 1,000,000 times, I hate to throw up. Like, I would rather sell my soul to the devil, literally, than to ever throw up. I hate, because we just don't throw up. Like me, I got this from my daddy. He was a terrible thrower-upper. So he fights it for as long as he can, but he knows he's sick, and he thinks it would help him to get this out of it. You know, anyway. So he goes out behind one of the trees at the camp, y'all. I'm going to try to mimic the noise he makes because it is god awful. You know, like when you throw up, when I throw up, you just go, yeah, you know, and you just throw up, you know. But it's much more than that. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I make any noise when I throw up other than, you know, anyway, whatever. So he goes out behind a tree. Now, he is the most horrible puker I've ever seen in my life. It's funny and it's not funny, you know, because you know he's in distress, but it is so funny. So here he is behind this tree, and he starts throwing up. And you see people's lights start coming on, like you know, people are going, what the hell is that? Is a murder happening out there? Is somebody, what is going on? Because here's how my daddy throws up. He don't just throw up. He goes, ah! I can't even, that's not even it either. It's like a, ah! That's it. That's more, here we go. Ah! Over and over and over. So people are going, what the hell is that noise out there? That was Daddy throwing up some better than sex cake. So, yeah, now I'm telling you, like, our sides are sore from laughing. You know, Daddy's over here scared the whole joint because he's, you know, puking like, sounding like a lady getting raped and murdered. Now, for the third part of this story, it's not about me. Dan had taken all 3 kids up to Oklahoma to a lake up there to go camping. Now, this was in the wintertime, and I can't imagine why they went in the wintertime. I don't know what their thinking was. I don't like to camp, and so he just took the kids all himself. And so they were camping. They had built this big fire, and I'm not sure. I think they had fished that day. I don't know. Anyway, they've built this huge fire because it's so cold. I think, if I remember right, Dan said it was like around 20 degrees. Why they chose to go camping at that time, I don't know, because we didn't have an RV at that time. And so they, you know, their day goes well or whatever. They've got this big fire. Well, they decide they're going to leave this big fire going because it's so cold right there at their camp. So they're in the tent trying to sleep, but they're actually freezing, so they're not really sleeping. Well, they see this shadow, and it made it so big because there was a fire. Excuse me. There was, like, it walked in front of the fire. And so inside their tent, it made this shadow that looked like, they thought it was a bear. They were like, oh my God, there's a bear out there. So all of a sudden they start hearing these god awful like noises, and they were like, oh, Dan was like, oh my God, oh my God, what are we gonna do? Finally, I mean, he don't have to work his nerve up, because I mean, I'm sure he was probably a little bit scared, because man, I don't know, but I don't think there are bears in that part of, you know, maybe not in Arkansas at all. I have no idea. Showing my ignorance there. But anyway, Dan decides, well, I'm gonna go out there and see what's out there. Y'all, it was a raccoon. He had found their bag of Cheetos, and he was eating the shit out of them Cheetos. All of them said it was the loudest noise. It's like a anyway, and it walked past. They thought it was a bear, and then they hear these noises, and they're like, oh my God, no, just a raccoon eating the Cheetos. That is my story time for today, guys. If you enjoy things like this, please subscribe to my channel. I do these, you know, every so often, not a lot, but I do the story times, you know, from time to time, and I do a lot of other stuff here on my channel. I do before and afters. I do, you know, like furniture renovations. We do house renovations. I make cakes. I do a little bit of everything here. So if you are, you know, if you think you might enjoy something like that, please subscribe and hang around. We'd love to have you here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.